There we go.
So you're memorizing it?
Yeah. Okay, so first off, we are going to, Phoenix, would you like to choose a Jolly Rancher to snack on her? Which color would you like?
Blue.
Okay,
Can I have one of those to snack on after I have this?
just have that for today. Okay, so today we are going to be reading chapter 13 in our Because of Winn-Dixie book, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 13. Me and Winn-Dixie got into a daily routine where we would leave the trailer early in the morning to get down to Gertrude's Pets in time to hear Otis play his guitar music for the animals. Sometimes Sweetie Pie snuck in for the concert, too. She sat on the floor and wrapped her arms around Winn-Dixie and rocked him back and forth like he was a big old teddy bear. And then, when the music was over, she would walk around trying to pick out which pet she wanted, but she always gave up and went home because the only thing she really wanted was a dog like Winn-Dixie. After she was gone, I would sweep and clean up and arrange some of Otis's shelves because he did not have an eye for arranging things, and I did. And when I was done, Otis would write down my time in a notebook that he would mark on the outside, 1 red leather collar, 1 red leather leash. And the whole time he did not in any way ever act like a criminal. After working at Gertrude's Pets, me and Winn-Dixie would go over to the Herman W. Block Memorial Library and talk to Miss Franny Block and listen to her tell us a story. But my favorite place to be that summer was in Gloria Dump's yard. And I figured it was Winn-Dixie's favorite place too, because when we got up to the last block before her house, Winn-Dixie would break away from the bike and start to run for all he was worth, heading for Gloria Dump's backyard in his spoonful of peanut butter. Sometimes Dunlap and Stevie Dewberry would follow me. They would holler, "There goes the preacher's daughter visiting the witch." "She's not a witch," I told them. It made me mad the way they wouldn't listen to me and kept on believing whatever they wanted to believe about Gloria Dump. One time, Stevie said to me, "My mama says you shouldn't be spending all your time cooped up in that pet shop and at the library, sitting around talking with old ladies. She says you should get out in the fresh air and play with kids your own age." "That's what my mama says." "Oh, lay off her," Dunlap said to Stevie. Then he turned to me. "He don't mean it," he said. But I was already mad. I shouted at Stevie. I said, "I don't care what your mama says. She's not my mama, so she can't tell me what to do." "I'm going to tell my mama you said that," shouted Stevie. "And she'll tell your daddy, and he'll shame you in front of the whole church. And that pet shop man is stupid, and he was in jail, and I wonder if your daddy knows that." "Otis is not stupid," I said, "and my daddy knows that he was in jail." That was a lie, but I didn't care. "And you can go ahead and tell on me if you want, you big bald-headed baby." I swear it about wore me out yelling at Dunlap and Stevie Dewberry every day. By the time I got to Gloria Dump's yard, I felt like a soldier who had been fighting a hard battle. Gloria would make me a peanut butter sandwich straight off, and then she would pour me a cup of coffee with half coffee and half milk, and that would refresh me. "Why don't you play with them boys?" Gloria asked me. "Because they're ignorant," I told her. "They still think you're a witch. It doesn't matter how many times I tell them you're not." "I think they are just trying to make friends with you in a roundabout way," Gloria said. "I don't want to be their friend," I said. "It might be fun having them 2 boys for friends." "I'd rather talk with you," I said. "They're stupid and mean and they're boys." Gloria would shake her head and sigh, and then she would ask me what was going on in the world, and did I have any stories to tell her, and I always did. Okay, what happened in that chapter?
Gloria shouted at the girl.
Well, she didn't shout, she said maybe you should hang out with some of those Dewberry boys. And what were the Dewberry boys telling? They said their mom says that she needs to hang out with people her own age because Opal's hanging out at the pet store, and And she's with, at the library, Miss Franny Block, who is old, and with Gloria Dump, who is older. So they're saying they need to hang out with her own age. Do you guys have any friends that are older or younger than you that you still like to play with? What about any sisters or brothers? No? Alright, so that was our read aloud for the day.
My sister always beats me anyway.
Yeah, that's not very fun to play with them. So,
Wait, your old friends or your new ones?
either.
There's one who's
Who's 8 that you like to play with, and that's still good. Okay, next we are going to watch a little video to get us ready for our short story we're going to read today, okay? Okay. You guys see that?
Aloha, boys and girls. My name is Wally Amos, and I am Piper Amos's grandfather. And she asked me to say a few words to you about my career. I've had a couple of careers. I had a career in show business. I was an agent at the William Morris office, and I was the first agent years ago to book Simon and Garfunkel and Marvin Gaye and
Mrs. Mellinger, will you please see Mrs. Schmitz prior to leaving today? Mrs. Mellinger, please stop by the office.
I left show business and went into the cookie business, and it just changed my whole life. I never felt really great when I was in show business, but when I went into the cookie business, my whole attitude about life and about work changed. And I think the key ingredient that caused that change was when I started selling Famous Amos cookies, I was doing something that I loved to do. I love chocolate chip cookies. And so that little twist made all the difference in the world. And the one suggestion that I can give to each of you, when you're looking to find a career, don't look for the thing that will make you the most money and give you the most fame. Look for that thing that will give you the most satisfaction, the most gratitude, the greatest sense of feeling about doing something that you really love to do. Because you're going to have to do it every day. So if you love it, then you give it everything you got. So Famous Amos was my life, and I gave it everything I got. Now, along the way, sometimes you make mistakes, and things don't work out the way you think they're going to work out. Well, I gave it everything I got, and Famous Amos became a famous company indeed. And then, because of my not being responsible sometimes, because I didn't always give the best I could, do the best I had to give, I wound up losing the company. I didn't realize how important other members of my team were. And so after building up this company that became maybe the biggest and most popular cookie company ever, surely chocolate chip cookie company ever, I wound up losing the company. It's now owned by Kellogg's, and I don't receive any money from it. But you know, I'm a better person having developed that company, having created that company, and even having lost that company, because I have a greater sense of what it means to be responsible now and to just do your best, you know, in everything. The greatest thing I learned about losing Famous Amos is how important it is to be a team player. Because I was Famous Amos, I thought I was the cat's meow. I thought I was the top dog. I mean, I'm a metaphor of dogs and cats. But I discovered that, you know, I couldn't do anything without all the people that were working with me. my new company. I'm still selling cookies, Piper. I got a new company, and I call it Weymouth Cookies. This is my logo. Weymouth Cookies. We make chocolate chip pecan, and butterscotch chip cookies, and they're all handmade, just like they were when I started Famous Amos. So I'm going to send a package of cookies to your classmates, and you guys will share them, and you'll have good cookies, and you'll enjoy them. And I thank you very much, Piper. It was so great to get your text. It's the first text. I should save that text from you forever, because it's the first text I got from my granddaughter. I love you, Piper. I love you, boys and girls. Choose to have a great life and have fun above all else. Sunny, beautiful Hawaii, I bid you all a great life and aloha.
Okay.
Why is there candy over there?
It's just for other students that come to this classroom.
Did you bring any of those cookies?
Okay, so what did you guys think of that video?
He talked.
Was it interesting to learn about? He owns a chocolate chip company, and so he was just talking about how when you're grown up and you decide what to do, then you should try to do something that you really like. Okay? So we're gonna read this short story about Wally Amos. So first of all, I wanted to point out some vocabulary words that are going to be in our story. So the first one is borrow, which means take and use with the intention of returning. And volunteer, a person who freely offers to take part in a task. And possibility, a thing that may happen to be the case. Okay, so do you guys want to help me read it, or do you want me to read it?
I'll help you.
Okay, me and Gage can read it. Does that sound good, Phoenix?
Mhm.
Okay, I'll read the first paragraph.
Okay.
But follow along, please. And then when you hear one of these words, then raise your hand, and maybe we can talk about it in the sentence, okay?
Yeah.
Famous Amos Cookies by Sue Peterson. Wallace Wally Amos was born in Florida in 1937. In the 1970s, Wally founded the famous Amos Chocolate Chip Cookie Corporation. His company did very well. People liked the chocolate chip cookies, and people liked how excited Wally was about the cookies he was selling. Gage?
When Wally was little, his family was very poor. He did not have much money, so he walked 4 miles to school every day. He walked 4 miles back home every day. After his parents got divorced, Amos went to visit his Aunt Della in New York. His aunt loved to cook, and she always made him special chocolate chip cookies.
Wally dropped out of high school to join the Army, and he earned his high school degree while serving in the Army. After he completed his work in the Army, he attended secretarial school to learn shorthand, typing, and accounting skills. He worked in the stockroom stocking the shelves of a department store in New York, and later in a mailroom in a company. Another job Wally had was to help a famous musician try to get music jobs.
Wally began baking chocolate chip cookies using a recipe similar to his aunt's recipe. He borrowed money from his friends and opened a small shop in California.
Did you hear one of our vocabulary words?
Borrowed.
Borrowed. Take and use with the intention of returning. Okay, continue.
The famous Amos Cookies started. Soon he began to make money. Within the first 2 years that the company store was open, he was baking 6 tons of cookies a week and taking in over $4 million in sales each day.
Each year. Okay. He sold his company to the Bates brothers of Fort Worth. Excuse me. Of Fort Worth, Texas, and his cookies were soon found in grocery stores and vending machines all across the United States. In 1992, Wally started a new cookie company called the Uncle No Name Cookie Company that made 5 different kinds of cookies. Each bag of cookies also had a recipe for lemonade on the back. He added
the recipe to the cookie bag because Wally wanted his customers to know that if life had hands them a lemon that can turn it into lemonade. This expression means that if things happen that seem not to be so good at this time, that little things can actually turn into something good. Then Wally Amos rejoined the first cookie company to work on cereals. He wanted the famous Amos Cookie Company to return to the market. He also wanted this company to sell some new flavors of cookies beside the popular chocolate chip cookie to add graphics to the packing and to work on new national advertising to attract more customers.
Wally has spent his time as a literacy volunteer. That's one of ours. Good job. A person who freely offers to take part in a task of America, and he has given money to a special program called Cities in Schools, which helps students stay in school. Wally Amos is best known for his enjoyment in making cookies and for making so many possibilities out of his life. Good job, possibility. A thing that may happen to be the case. Okay, that's all the story.
I'm going to take that one.
Yeah, it's not a very long story. You guys can keep it because you're going to do something with it later. Okay, so we're going to do a little activity about our vocab words. I need to get a dry erase marker first. Okay, so our first word is going to be borrow. So I'm going to write it right here. Borrow. And what's the definition of it?
Take in.
Mrs. Martins and Miss Smith, I have a question for you if you are still in the building and around and about. Mrs. Martins and Miss Smith, and it's really for both of you. Thank you.
Look at this.
Okay, sorry about that.
And use with the
Intention.
intention of returning.
Okay, so first what we're going to do is use the word in a sentence. So what is a sentence we could use?
Billy asked his friend if he could borrow his book, and he said yes, and then the next day he brought it back.
Okay, good job. So I'll just shorten that, kind of say Billy asked to borrow his friend's book. Okay, so that's using it in a sentence.
Is that volunteering?
Yeah, we'll do that one next. Okay, and then, so now what's something that's similar to borrow? What's a synonym?
I forgot that's what.
A synonym is something that's the same. Gage, can you pay attention, please?
Returning.
Okay, good job. So that's kind of the same. Return. Okay, what would be an opposite of it?
Steal.
Good job.
I think it's steal.
Okay, and then what would be a way that I could illustrate this? What should I draw?
Billy with the bubble asking his friend to borrow a book, and his friend gives it to him.
Okay, I'll just draw a picture of them giving the book.
Okay.
Okay, good job. So that's our vocab circle for that word. So I will.
Volunteering.
Yeah. So be thinking of what we can do for
Already know
volunteer. Okay. So volunteer. I'll write the word, and you guys can think. How can we use that in a sentence?
A person who really
Gage, can you please
offers
stop messing with your
to
book?
take part in
Just leave it.
task. Can I do?
Gage, can you use it in a sentence? Do you already know one, Phoenix? Okay, what is it?
Volunteering. Oh yeah. Billy. Henry was scared to go on stage, so Billy took over for him on stage.
You didn't use volunteer.
Volunteering to go on stage.
Okay, so Billy, I'll shorten it kind of, was scared. So Henry volunteered to take his place.
I'm never scared.
What?
I'm never scared, please.
Oh, we never
There's a
scared.
whole lot of people.
Someone could
Okay, what is in a synonym? A volunteer. Something that's the same.
I forgot. Help.
Yeah, helper. A helper, like when someone comes to your classroom and helps. Okay, what's an antonym? Something that would be the opposite.
Not volunteering.
But what would you call it? This is a harder
No.
one. Maybe like a troublemaker. Troublemaker. Okay, how would I illustrate this?
put it on stage, put Billy and Henry and saying Henry singing.
Here, I'll do Henry over here, and he's kind of like scared, so Billy is able to do it.
Singing. There's a whole lot of people on the ground.
Okay, what's our last one?
Possibility.
Possibility.
I think that may.
Wait, I forgot what possibility means.
Read the definition.
A thing that may happen to be the case.
Possibility.
Possibility.
Okay, so how could I use it in a sentence?
Possibility.
Or possible.
Somebody robbed a bank.
I know.
And somebody called the police, and then the police come over and arrest the thief.
How did that use possible?
It was impossible to walk on the line at the circus.
That kind of. I didn't really get that one.
Okay, what's something that's the same as a possibility?
Easy.
Like a chance?
I mean,
Like there's a possibility, there's a chance, there's a possibility it might rain tonight, there's a chance it might rain tonight. So that could be the same, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Can I do a synonym?
Antonym is next. What's something the opposite?
What's an antonym?
Opposite.
Easy.
Oh.
Possibility.
Possibility.
Something that's the opposite of a chance or a possibility that something's gonna happen. This one's kind of
It's
hard.
not impossible. Easy.
So impossible.
Impossible.
Yeah, we can use that.
Impossible and impossible.
Okay. We're not gonna illustrate this one because I said it's kind of too hard to illustrate what a possibility is. So.
Oh, hey, me to turn it off.
No, it's okay. It's still on. I know. Okay. Okay, now we have a little over half an hour. Okay, so now you guys are gonna do a timeline for
When do I get blue?
the story.
Can we switch?
Sure. If you guys want to do this. Okay. So what you guys are gonna do is you're gonna cut out. All of these are kind of, they're not in order. Well, don't smell. These are not in order, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna have to cut all of them out and try to read them, and then you have to find them in the story and see where it goes in the timeline. Okay?
Mhm.
So they're numbered too. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys can get started, and then if you need help.
Begin to bake cookies and open a store.
And this is on your own project.
I can't use these scissors.
Are they too small?
Yeah.
Sorry, I got them from kindergarten.
Can't go with them. It's miniature.
And if you can't figure it out, then look for it in this story. They're about
First,
direct
Willie
quotes.
joins the army. That's first. Willie,
Amos.
Willie almost was born.
Here, do you want me to read them to you? Here. Wally begins to bake cookies and opens a store. Wally Amos was born in Florida. Wally started his own company. Wally joined the army. Wally has always spent his time volunteering. Wally is best known for his cookies. So which one's first, do you think?
Where was he born? I can't find the one where he was
Born.
What else was born in Florida? Born in Florida. His name's Florida.
Look for Florida.
I can't get his
It starts with F.
Oh.
So you think that one's first?
I just cut him all out.
Yeah, that's maybe good. And you can kind of lay them out on the timeline.
Florida first. Second. Wally is best known for his cookies. Wally has also spent his time volunteering. Wally joined the army. That was second. Wally began to bake cookies and open a store. Where's the third? Did I drop one? Oh no. It doesn't show me. Volunteering. Wally is best known as for his cookies.
Here, let's look in the story when it says the word volunteering. Look, volunteering is on the very last page.
Whoa!
So maybe you could put it on 6 because you know it's last.
Read this. Wally started his own company.
I think it's in the pretty much the back.
What's that?
Company.
That'll be third. That'll be fourth.
Do you think he started his own company or starts baking cookies first? I think he would have to start baking cookies first before he has his own cookie company.
So this is this.
Remember when I said find volunteering? It's on the very last.
No. They're busted.
Maybe so. Okay. Look, volunteering is on the very last page. So do you think that'd be very last? Because right now you have it 5. I think it would be 6. Okay, you guys can start to glue.
What happened in the big cookies open the store? Maybe
Here.
that's
Yeah. He opens his store and then he owns a company. Okay, you guys can start to glue. Good job.
what can I get to this bomb?
Yeah, that's maybe
This
too
smells
much.
like bomb cookies. Yeah.
Rich came in.
I made so much book. That's what I was cooking.
Oh, I see.
To make it look like that.
Can you write your name, Gage?
We already know. Mine is blue. His is gray.
Did you do all yours?
Yeah.
Okay, we can wait.
There you go, there you go.
Okay, so now that you're done, Phoenix?
Have you ever flipped a bottle and landed on the cap?
No, that would be hard.
I've done it.
I have.
Okay, just set this aside for now. We'll talk about it
It's
later.
real hard.
Okay, now what I want you to do is on that piece of paper,
I've done it.
you are going to draw a picture of if you were going to start baking cookies and open your own store and then eventually own your own cookie company, what would your cookie look like?
So I draw my cookie.
Mm-hmm. It can be whatever, can have whatever in it, just as much detail as
Can I have
possible.
bombs in it?
Gold.
Has to be edible things.
What does edible mean?
You can eat it. You guys can share
What was
things.
any bombs? The bombless. I don't think bombless are real.
So really think about what you want your cookie to be like
Okay.
before you draw it.
Can you draw with any color?
Yeah, any colors. And it has to be as most detailed as possible.
So it can have like
Because you're really trying
all
to open your own cookie company. So you really want to make it look good.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Can we make it look like a zebra? With
Sure.
polka dots on it.
Sure. And then afterwards, you're going to share what your cookie would look like.
Okay, what if it takes me 90 minutes?
You won't.
I think this is backwards.
Actually, that's a good idea. Why don't you go get the 10-minute. Yeah. Okay, and then I'll start it in just a couple minutes so we can make sure we're all
So when it's done,
So when it's done is when you have to stop with your cookie. But until then, you're going to keep with your cookies, keep adding detail, and if you want to do like a couple different cookies, but there have to be the same ones because you have to describe.
Can we make an oval cookie?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so 10 minutes from now, then you will get started. You will present to us your cookie.
Awesome.
So really think about all the different things you would add to it if you were baking it, and also how you're going to describe it to us. You're going to try to make us want to eat it.
Wait, so we're gonna make it?
No, we're not going to make it, but we'll just
It's
pretend.
not gonna be nasty. Like, not pink chocolate chips on it. Okay. This is
I
my
need
symbol. This is my symbol.
Phoenix, is this your, can you throw this chalk away? Mhm.
I'm stuck making my mind. Must. This is going to put that up.
Your cookies are looking really good right now.
What's mustard? This is, I don't know, macaroni and cheese. I'm making the man. I don't know what it is. What's mustard?
Good detail, Phoenix. Thank you. I like all that detail.
Marvelous. I'm trying to use all the new colors.
Can we make, after cookies, are we gonna make a cake?
No.
Mm-mm.
Winter. Mine's like mixed colors. Periwinkle? I got periwinkle. Where am I? Where am I?
Have you used gold yet?
It's so gold.
Also, I want you to start to be thinking about what you would name this cookie.
I'll name mine full million colors.
Okay, write that on there with a pen. And write your name.
Boy. I actually need to put some more colors in it. I'll use this. Since it's all looking dark. Yeah, I'm gonna put something. Putting some colors on my fire.
How do you spell chocolate chip?
C
C
H O
O
C
C
O
O
L
L
A
A
T
T
E.
E
That's chocolate. And then now he's chip. C H
C H
I
I
P
P. Chocolate chip. How do you spell M&M?
M.
M
And then do the and sign.
or what?
Like an and sign. Like this.
That's it. And sign.
Or like this. So you can just do a plus sign. M. M&M's. So an S at the the end. Yep, chocolate chip M&Ms.
Chocolate chip M&Ms. You gotta push on hard to make it go. How do you spell master?
Faster. M
M
A
A tickle me pink.
S T E R.
Master. Duh. I'm making my palette. There. Chocolate chip master. Chocolate chip M&M master.
Cool. Are you almost done, Gage?
Gotta make mine super dark. Boom.
Write your name on the bottom or
Gotta
something
make
on the
mine
back.
dark.
Okay.
Rocket.
You can just leave it there. You're going to present it to us in a little bit and talk about it.
I'm gonna use this. Wow.
Ready? Are you all done?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's yours called? 4 million colors.
Want to put the
4 million colors.
crowns back?
How much does it cost?
Put the crowns back.
$2.
Okay, you can write that on there.
Look at mine. Mine costs 10. How much I make mine? 400. Because I have M&Ms and chocolate chip.
Okay,
on
good job.
it.
You guys did really good on time.
Mine's 40 because it's
Okay,
90.
so now what we're going to do, you guys are going to come stand right about here, and I'm going to, so Gage, you can go first, and you're going to present to us your cookie so that we would want to buy it. So tell us about your cookie,
This is
Gage.
$40. It is so delicious.
What does it have in it?
Cane sugar. 43 food coloring drops.
Wow. What will it taste like?
Like grapes.
It will taste like grapes. Okay, sounds yummy. I would eat that cookie. Would you eat it, Phoenix?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now Phoenix's turn.
Chocolate
Show us
chip.
it. Show us. Come on, Gage.
Chocolate chip M&M master. It's $10.
Here you go. How much is it?
$10.
Okay. What will it taste like?
A big giant M&M.
Ooh. How big? Can you show us how big your cookie is?
That big.
That big? Okay.
Mine's in this circle.
It's a circle?
Mine's this big.
Okay. I would eat your cookie, Phoenix. Would you eat his cookie, Gage?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds yummy. Thanks for
I
sharing.
was gonna make a big giant M&M cookie. I was like, I'll put a big giant M sign.
Okay. So, okay, now can you get out your timelines again? Because we're going to go over those and see if you got the timelines you made. Okay, and then your story too, because we're going to find where it says that in the story.
Okay.
Okay, what gauge did you put in box number 1?
Wally Amos was born in Florida.
Okay, let's find that in the story. Find that in the story, and I'm going to get a highlighter for you guys so you can highlight it.
Wally almost was in
find it in the story?
No.
Please
Oh, yeah.
highlight it.
Right there.
Highlight it. It's on the first page. It's in the first paragraph of the first page.
Wally almost was
Born in Florida. Okay. What did you put in number 2, Phoenix?
I put Wally joined the army.
Okay, very good. Let's find that in the story. Okay, I don't see it on the first page, so I'm going to the second page. Did you find it, Gage?
Wally dropped out of school and joined the army.
It's in the second paragraph.
What? Wally dropped out of school and joined the army.
Yep, highlight that sentence. Okay, what did you put in box number 3?
Wally begins to bake cookies and open a store.
What was it? Wally began to make cookies and open a store.
He borrowed money from his friends and opened a small shop in California.
Good job.
What was that?
I'm a good finder because I got like
Some money from his friends and open a
these
small
kind of look
shop.
like highlighted. These kind of look like they look
Dry
glow
erase.
in the dark.
Okay, so what did you put in number 4, Phoenix?
I put Wally started his own.
So the sentence you're looking for is, the famous Amos Cookie Company started. It's in the same paragraph as the borrowed. The famous Amos Cookie Company started.
So I
It's right after it.
the. So
Yeah.
I did the.
Yeah. It's right after the other one. The famous Amos Cookie Company started. Right here.
The first famous cookie company started.
Yes.
Good thing I highlighted.
Okay. Phoenix, what'd you put in box number 5?
Wally is best known for his cookies.
I think this is on the last page. Wally Amos is best known for his enjoyment in making cookies.
Wally has been. Where is it?
Wally Amos is best known for his enjoyment in making cookies and for making so many possibilities out of his life. So we did
Do I do cookies too?
Yeah.
That's it. Number 6, Wally has almost spent his time volunteering. Wally has spent time as a right here. So the one that we just did, 5th was last.
We're almost done.
Who was that?
I think it was your grandpa.
So
Okay.
number 5 is
Okay. So take your stuff. Thanks.
Oh, you're done.
Almost. Okay, so this week we're gonna go over.
chicken or cookies.
Yeah, I'll give them back to you next time. Okay, so this session we read a story and we're able to make a timeline by looking back at the story for a reference point. And we also learned 3 new vocab words. So who wants to say one? Gage,
Borrow. Borrow.
what does it mean?
Take and use with an intention of returning.
Phoenix, which one are you going to share?
A person who really offers to take part in a task.
Engaged. Last one.
Possibility. I think that may happen to be the case.
Okay, very good. And so next time we're going to be switching from what we were doing today to learn more about characters in the story. So we're going to be reading story and then looking for the different characters in it, okay?
Mm-hmm. Will we be here on Friday?
No, because there's no school. So it'll be next
Next week, do we not have
What day is it
school
today?
on
Wednesday.
Thursday or Friday?
Yeah, you're right about that.
We got this Thursday.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
No, only Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. So since we don't have school Friday. Okay, so here you guys can choose a Jolly Rancher. You guys did a really good
I
job today.
can't have Jolly Rancher.
Okay. Do you want to choose one, Phoenix? You can choose another piece of candy out of there.
Okay.
I choose a piece of candy.
I want Twix.
Really?
You can head out, Phoenix. Is your grandpa out there? Yeah. Let me. Okay. See you later, Phoenix. Can you have those?
Yeah, I can just suck on them.
What's up, man?
Okay, here you go, Phoenix. There. Okay, I'll walk you out in just a minute, okay? You can go stand by the door.
My backpack's very heavy.
Okay, I just wanted to share that what the cookies they created. So this was one cookie. It's entitled Chocolate Chip M&M Master. This was the other one that was created. It's called 4 Million Colors. These were the timelines that they completed. And these were their stories where they highlighted where we found the information in the timeline. And these were the vocab definitions that I had prepared that I had on the tables so they could refer to them when we were discussing the vocab words in the story and during the vocab circle. And I think that is all. So I hope I covered everything and I hope you could hear us. Thanks. Bye. Do you want to wave bye, Gage?
Bye.